Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for another episode of Age of Wonders 4, carrying on from where we left off. We had just taken out Sanguine in the last episode, which was very, very nice. We're down to 5 out of 6 players remaining, and now we're looking at attacking Logar's capital, hopefully. It's still a little ways away, because this is an absolutely gigantic city, but we do have some feedback to go through before I get to that. Full disclosure, first off, though, just so everybody knows, I have already actually played about one turn forward. I ended this turn, and then I went through one whole next turn, and then the game crashed, calculating the turn after that. So I actually kind of know a little bit what will happen on the next turn. However, I'm not going to do anything differently than what I did. I do all these games in Iron Man mode. I don't do reloads for these games. But in this case, obviously with a crash, I don't have any control over that. So I'm just going to try to do what I did the first time to the best of my memory, and we'll play it out all exactly the same way. And then I'll try to remember to quick save at the end of every turn so that doesn't happen again. But in the meantime, let's talk about your feedback for this episode. The first thing that I wanted to go over is from Indrid Casts and Andre Stemmeyer. If I look down, they both mentioned that you can compare hero items by holding down Alt. And this is something that in all the hours that I have in this game, I did not know this, and it's super handy. So if I want to go and compare her spear or halberd with another polearm weapon, like the constant slaying, all you got to do is select the one that you want to compare from your hero, and then highlight the one in your armory, and then hold down Alt. The one that your hero is holding is on the right, the one in your armory is on the left, and then you can much more easily compare the two of them. So I can see here the damage, total damage, if you add that all up, is the same on either one of them. But this one has lifesteal, this does not. This inflicts disease, whereas this one does not. So you can see the differences there. My only complaint with this menu is that I kind of don't like how it puts, when you're looking at the weapons specifically, I don't really like how it puts things like Meteor Strikes and Rank Slayer. Like that I'm getting from hero upgrades, this I'm getting from Renown bonuses from Glory Seeker. I don't really need those to show up on here. If I'm looking at the weapons specifically, I want to know what those weapons do, not what my hero is going to do regardless of whether or not they're using those weapons. So I guess it's kind of there because like maybe for some heroes like one weapon would trigger Meteor Strikes but another one wouldn't. Like maybe skirmishers have some stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I don't really need to know that Meteor Strikes is coming from. I already know where that I'm going to have that on any melee weapon. So I'm not a huge fan of how the UIS presents that. I do think it's valid to have that information here when you highlight your melee strike on this side, because you want to know what's the combined total of everything that hitting an enemy does. But when you're trying to compare weapons, I kind of think it would be better to just have what the weapon itself does, not all the additional effects from your hero. But that's just me, personal preference. Other opinions may vary, but in any case, that alt compare method is super useful. So I'm very thankful for Indrid and Andre telling me that. I appreciate it. From Roderick, the Feywater Pond might have concealed an extra enemy army that surprised me in the last episode. That was up here, near where Hephaestus is fighting. Logar had some troops. I went to attack them, and then he brought in an extra army from seemingly out of nowhere. Well, most likely it came out of the city's borders. Feywater Pond, in addition to having what I think is one of the best battlefield effects in the game when paired with having the mist or the Fey race transformation, it also gives universal camouflage to units that are in the borders of that city. So Logar could be hiding anything in here, and I wouldn't know it, which is why I think Hephaestus' army needs to take that out quickly. Fortunately, Hephaestus' army is really freaking powerful, so Logar is unlikely to be able to muster anything that can be a huge threat, but he actually did put up a pretty good fight. Logar's leader himself is weirdly very powerful, so he's extremely hard to kill. So I'm going to have to be cautious, but the Feywater Pond is one of my primary targets. So once I shut that down, anything else I should be able to handle, I think. Also, there's a teleporter right there I might want to get rid of to avoid reinforcements showing up. But yeah, we'll get to that shortly. And then Sarah Feingold pointed out, this is a little ironic because when I was making that hero item, I had that Ankh of Fire that had the True Sight on it. and I decided not to do that because I didn't want to waste the extra resources. I kind of wish I had kept that, because then I don't have true sight. I think I might have just said true strike. I meant true sight. I don't have true sight on either of these heroes, and that would be really handy to have right now. So I'll have to make another one. I don't know if it'll matter by the time I get down there, but yeah. Well, we'll let this one finish, and I'll give it to somebody else. But I did think it was worth pointing all that out. So appreciate the feedback. And then finally from Jimbro, suggested using Rally of Legis to reinforce Killval, which might buy Hephaestus enough time to take out Logar. Again, enemies coming after Killval is becoming a consistent problem, because every time I try to go southeast, enemies attack from this direction, and they go after Killval, which is not doing a good job protecting itself. I did look at the Rally of Lieges, and I can send stuff their way, but if I, say, select like these 4 units here, it's going to cost most of my money to send those, and they have nothing defending the city right now. So even if I send them, that's not going to be enough units to stop any even moderately sized army at this stage in the game. So what I think I'm going to do is wait until his leader comes back and he gets some reinforcements. And then once he has some units of his own to protect with, I will try to back them up. But for the time being, I don't know when those are going to come in. So we'll wait. The new heir arrives in 1 turn. I'm hoping he brings an army with him, but we'll see. And then I think that's pretty much it. We can end this turn and move forward. I have not moved anything. I did click through some notifications, to be clear, but it was just the game reloading and retelling me stuff that I already knew. So no armies have moved. Since what you guys last saw in my previous episode, everyone is exactly where they were. So we'll move on to the next turn, and I will try to play it out the same way that I did the first time I got on today. All my spells are ready as well, so we can go watch to see if Logar spits anything out of his borders to come after us, but in the previous episode, we did take out a pretty substantially sized army from Logar. And with that, combined with all the beating up on him we did in this area, and then the fact that I took one of his cities, he's got to be hurting. In fact, his turn's already over. We're already at Arvik. And Nikareth's turn will probably go pretty quick, because I kind of beat them up pretty good in the last episode. Purple, I am expecting another attack from it, basically, any time. Although I haven't seen any movement out of them recently. Let's go back down to Tridale, which is where they always show up. They got some units there. See if they do anything. Okay, they just ran off, so doesn't look like anything coming from purple. Nope, not right now. And then Fiala, which might show up around here somewhere or near my capital. I guess if they were going to show up near my capital, it would be probably on the surface near that outpost that they took from me. I haven't been able to get back yet. Oh, hello there. Okay. If that did happen on my first attempt playing today, before I crashed, I didn't notice it. So we're about to get hit at the capital again, and it's going to involve gold golems. Wonderful. Oh, my favorite. Okay, well, we're going to have to do something about that, and I don't know what. I've got multiple ways of getting back to my capital quickly if I need to, but in the sake of playing fairly, because I did have that reload, I'm going to do everything on this turn exactly as the same as I did it the first time I attempted to play today. And what I did was I noticed this army coming in down here, and I basically determined that my mage's army, I wanted to try to hold Telesfork until it became a vassal. The city is huge. It has a population of 30, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, 30 right there. Oh, yeah, and I also noticed that there was an invading city-state army here, and these guys dealt with it, my city-state reinforcements, so don't have to worry about them, so I decided to keep this army down here. What I did was I moved her here. I moved this guy here. I think it was like down here, something like this. Move them there, and then I attacked with the knight, and we did an auto combat, and I did not use spells for this one. They beat him up pretty easily. I did get, oddly enough, that exact same item. Well, I guess there's probably a hero in that army that dropped it. I took it. I did compare it with the item my mage had. I did take it and then compared it with an item my mage had and decided I liked what my mage had better. So we'll move back there. And then I moved over here and we beat up Fiala. Because ain't nobody taking back the city that I worked so hard for. Obviously no spells needed for that one. Okay. And then I think I had kind of moved as much towards the city as I could. Province is being pillaged. We took care of that. Province is being pillaged. Took care of that. Wait, no, I didn't take care of that. I had to take care of this because this city's been under siege. So I had this lovely army here. They came down to right here. And I moved these guys here. I think I moved that scout here. And then I tried to move these guys to the city center, although they couldn't reach it for some reason, but I was able to get them to here. And then I had to attack with this army, because if I attacked with her army, it pulled in the city-state units, and I didn't want that. So I just attacked with my own army. And in this one, I think I did cast spells. And they had lots of tree people, and I think I burned them pretty badly. I actually got a little bit of a better outcome this time than I did my first attempt playing today, because that Aspirant Knight was almost dead. But I did get the auto combat just fine. That is a different item, though. Hardy Aegis, a new shield item. Okay, tier 4 shield. Pretty good defensive shield. But I'm pretty sure whatever my Death Knight has is better. He's the only guy I have using a shield, so. Alright, and then I was basically out of movement with all these armies, so they stayed there. These guys are all staying, holding ground here. They're about to get swarmed by those, they're about to get swarmed by Brown. But I did not know that as I was wrapping up my last turn. Okay, Hephaestus' army still needs to move. Actually, I think this is where it crashed. I moved somebody here and then it crashed. Maybe it wasn't at the end of the turn. Anyway, I did get some hero level up. Spellblade leveled up. I normally like to do... Yeah, I want this upgrade. I'm working my way down here. Okay. And then Hephaestus is going to go here. I think this is actually already further than what I made it. So it crashed somewhere around here. I'm going to quick save again just to make sure. But my main goal right now is Hephaestus' army needs... Wait, they don't need health. They're all full health. Holy smokes, okay. Well, in that case, we don't need to wait around. Well, I can't make it to the Feywater Pond anyway on this turn, though, unfortunately. How can I do this? I might use... You know what? I'm going to use favorable winds here, I think. Because I really want to get on that and break it. So what I can do is make sure that everyone can get pretty close. And a little trick that I think I can do here. If I put these guys here, not only are they in friendly territory, but if the AI is dumb enough to attack the stack that's here, I won't have to worry about the Fey miss. Although I do want to see, I might actually be able to... I might actually... Oh, no! Okay, I've still got one group outside of the range of that Spelljammer. I forgot about that. They got a Spelljammer in there, so I can't cast Favorable Winds on that army. But what I can do is move these guys here, then we can still cast it on them. Okay, never mind my initial thoughts. I wanted to leave them here so that if an enemy army attacked them, that I wouldn't have to fight on the miss in case just standing on this doesn't shut it down. And indeed, standing on it did not shut it down, so we have to pillage that. But fortunately, it'll only take one turn. Once that's out of the picture, everything else here should be a lot easier. I might go pillage the teleporter next, just to try to prevent reinforcements from coming in. Monstrous Rebirth from Tome of Devastation is done. Oh yeah, I remember why I picked that up, because I do have a lot of Tier 1 garbage units. It'd be nice to be able to turn a scout into a war breed, I guess, if I needed to. Let's select a new research, and we select a new tome now. Obviously, we are going for Tome of Chaos Channeling, because Scions of Flame will let me walk on lava. It will make it so I don't take damage from burning, so I can cast fire battlefield damage spells more liberally. And on top of that, it kind of just adds to the whole fire elf thing that I was going for, with more damage when units touch me, because I'll get Vengeful Flames. So an additional 2 fire damage on top of the fire damage I already do from Flame Skin or whatever the race transformation is. And also it has a chance of inflicting targets with burning. So this just leans more into the fire theme that I'm already going for. And, well, this bottom one doesn't really matter, because I already get this from being the fire giant. But the rest of the stuff, very useful. So we're going to take that. And
embrace the chaos.
Okay, good. I got the same choices. I'm going to lock Infernal Focus. This is a really good combat spell, because whenever another unit dies in battle, it grants the enchanted unit Infernal Might, and that's whenever any other unit dies in battle, myself or the enemy. So this is a great way to really supercharge my mages with Infernal Might and give them more fire damage. I do like fire. Oh, hang on. I messed up. It's not what we want to do. I want to do Scions of Flame. And we're going to lock Infernal Focus. There we go. I want Scions of Flame more. Okay. Glowing Fields produce Beacons of Valor. We're working on Catapult Towers. I'm not going to build any units right now. We'll hold off on that. Kingerhelm can annex another province. And I think I wanted to get another farm, because Kingerhelm's really struggling with growth, and that would benefit both the Carnival of Flesh and the farmstead. I think I am going to stick with that there to try to keep some amount of growth in that city coming in. I thought about hurrying the Masonic Hall because it's so close to being done, but it doesn't really make a difference. Well, hang on. If I do that and then produce merchandise on the next turn, technically I actually do make money, I think. Because right now I'm making 166 gold per turn, but if I pay 8, I make 218 with produce merchandise. So I may as well just do that. There's a couple other things I could get here. You know, I may as well just finish all my upgrades, because why not? Although I don't anticipate the city to really ever be under attack again. I do kind of want to get the Grand Wharf, but well, that's just production. It's not money. You know what? We'll just take the cash right now. Why not? Okay, another hero leveled up. This is my pikeman. We were going down to get Tireless Retaliator was the end goal here. We already have Defensive Masters, and the combination of those two things is very, very good. Okay, close that. Commander's Ankh of Fire is done. I'm going to open the item forge. I do know who I'm going to give that to already, but let's go to Blueprints, Custom, and make one that actually does have True Sight on it, just to give to the big boss man. And then I need to find my mage, because I wanted him to have the Ankh of Fire. He doesn't have a whole lot of army leader items, so I thought well, he's got army maintenance and army trainer, but this one also gives him army recuperation and Rune of Command Fire, all very good. So we'll give that to him. I will now drop another quick save, because I do not know what triggered that crash, and I'm paranoid about it now. Logar has returned. Okay, Logar's back there. Captured a hero. Remains have been collected, and my domain has been invaded. I'm familiar with all that, so we are at the end of the turn. And from this point forward, I don't know what happens. However, the first time I played, I did not realize that Brown had a big army coming this direction. So I did everything exactly the same, but um, I do need to start thinking about what I'm going to do about that situation. So we will find out. Let's go back here and end the turn after I drop one more quick save. My worry is that because this is a game that was started before some of the recent patches, there's some bit of code that's causing an instability, some change that took place in between the when this game began and the newer updates. Speaking of newer updates, I did all the reading about the new stuff coming in Season 3. Very excited to see Elder Vampires coming to the game. I think that's really a perfect fit for a game like this. And I'm interested in the nomad culture. I'd be kind of curious what your thoughts are on that too. For me, I'm kind of thinking a lot of these cultures seem to be loosely based on kind of like lore and what's the word I'm looking for? Just like cultures from around the world and some of the lore associated with them. Like, for example, the architect culture is very inspired, I think, by kind of Greek culture. You can see it in like their armor and stuff like that. It looks like Greek phalanxes and hoplites and stuff like that. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Maybe not so much the buildings, but like the way the units are designed. So and then like the Oathsworn is very much like Eastern Asian kind of vibe to it. With like some of the guys looking like kind of Japanese samurai. I'm kind of thinking that the nomad culture, I think it'd be cool to see themed a bit after like Mongolia. Would be kind of neat. This was sort of what I'm hoping for, because they were very nomadic, and also because I know that the Oathsworn Harmony has a mounted cavalry archer, but that's really the only other mounted cavalry archer in the game aside from scouts. So I think a tier 3 more combat oriented mounted cavalry archer for a nomad culture would be really cool and would fit kind of into a Mongolian theme. That's what I would personally like to see. I'm also a little sorry, I'm just blabbering here without actually looking at what any of the enemies are doing. I guess Brown's moving, so if anything happens it'll probably be down here. But also I'm a little biased because I'm a big Age of Empires guy. I got started on Age of Empires 2 in high school, and Mongolia is like my second favorite in that game. And in Age of Empires 4, Mongolia is actually my favorite to play. So I love Mongolia. I love playing as the Mongols in video games whenever I get a chance. So I think it'd be a cool fit for Age of Wonders. But as far as nomads go, though, like I don't know how that would work, because you'd think they would move from place to place, not really permanently settling down. So it could be a substantially different. I'm spitballing here. I don't know a thing about how they're actually going to play, but it could feel substantially different than a traditional Age of Wonders experience, or even a traditional 4X experience for that matter. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. That seems like a tough nut to crack if I was a developer. That would be difficult to come up with a plan for, I would think. All right, Brown is continuing to assemble troops here. They may be trying to get a full 18 stack or 18 units. But I guess that's okay because it buys me time to deal with them. Let me pop back down to Tridale. I'm going to be spamming quick save a lot now because I'm worried about another crash. I can stop that. What are they even pillaging? A conduit? Okay. I can stop that. But then what do I do? I guess if Brown wants to give me time, I do have a teleporter right here, so I can get my mage's army back to the capital on a moment's notice if I need to. I just need to hold this for 2 more turns, and then we're good. So my plan for now is to just sit on this city. Right there. Okay, yeah, I don't see any other enemies around, but we're just gonna sit here. Got enough health, we should be fine. Hold ground. Use the little bit of extra health we'll get from not using all our movement to fully heal the rest of the way. And then if we can last 2 turns, I can get them back. In the meantime, I want this army to go prevent them from breaking that conduit. And then I can reevaluate where they're going to go next. Sorry, not that army, these armies. There we go. And now these armies aren't my strongest. These are kind of like sort of leftover troops that I was just carrying around here to try to evolve. But they should be good enough for this. Let's go ahead and allow combat spells on this one, because there's a lot of things that that the AI will probably melt with fire magic. Yeah. All right. I am not going to be using that probably, so we'll just disenchant that. I don't have anyone that can use skirmisher weapons. And we have another free unit that I really don't need to mess with upgrading. I think I'm going to... yeah, I'm going to get rid of them. Yeah, I don't need to be spending 14 gold and 11. I think at this point, I've got enough knights. We're going to disband this guy. Go home. I can't pay you. Now the question is, do I want to use them to push it purple? I don't think so. This is a weaker army. We're going to use them more for defending in territory that I know is relatively safe. In fact, if I could, I would probably station them over here in Talus Fork. Just have them try to hold that for a couple turns. For the moment, we're going to get them away from that cave entrance. I just want to make sure they're all close enough together to support each other. So put you there, put you here, put you here. And then it's kind of on purple. Whatever they want to do, I'll try to react to it, but I'm not going to push at Crystal Haven or Celestial Haven with that army. It's a little too risky. Purple's actually... what are they doing? They're way out here in the middle of all my crap at the Flowing Fields. That's interesting. Well, I do have a teleporter nearby there too. I have a very good teleporter network right now, so... I probably, you know what, I don't need new pyromancers either. I need to get rid of them. They can't evolve, and I can make geomancers, which are better. So there's really no reason to have pyromancers if I can replace them with geomancers. The only exception I'll make is my capital, because I don't have a full 18 stack there right now. I'll let them exist, continue to exist, just as extra units that can maybe take out a small invading force, but as for any showing up near major armies, I do not need more pyromancers. The scout, he can stick around though. He's very low upkeep and could be flexible to do something that could be done with just a single unit. So we'll leave him there. Leave all these guys here. And we have nice, clear, sunny skies out here with no more Feywater Pond. Wonderful. All right, let's go break that teleporter then. How far can Hephaestus move? Okay, I'm going to have you guys be the ones to go break this. Hephaestus, you go here. And this army goes here. And we could actually... we could reach their capital on the next turn. So Logar may not be long for this world. Okay, and also Kilval. How are you guys coming along? I think I need to give them a Whispering Stone again, because it got knocked out. I think I gave it back to Nebular Sanctum, and then I'm going to take it away from Nebular Sanctum again. Yeah. Draw Whispering Stone. I'm going to give that back to Kilval, with the hopes of continuing to get them more on my side, as they are just a tributary right now. If they... see, the problem is that reinforcing them with Rally of Lieges is not going to make a difference if it's only that one guy in there. I need them to spawn an army of their own to carry some of the weight. Otherwise, I'm just throwing money away. Let's see here. I got some upgrades I can do in Flowing Fields. I'm thinking putting a teleporter up here would be really handy. I'm just not sure where I'd put it. see, I've got forests benefiting Ritual Pyre. I've got the Rune Carver camp over there. Everything's kind of benefiting something else. But I think I have one just down underneath the ground. I don't think I'm going to build anything up there right now. We're going to keep producing merchandise there for now. I do want all the defensive upgrades I can get in my capital, so we'll let the catapult towers finish. And if I'm going to make more troops anywhere, what should they be? I feel like I need more geomancers. I have a lot of cities that can make them now, but I don't have a lot of them in my armies. I've got one that's associated with my mage there. This guy, whose city is he? Oh wait, no, Grain is the Tridale's leader. I don't have a lot of units from Tridale. She's got the Anvil. That's Nebular Sanctum, I think. They're working on the Town Hall 4, so they can't actually make geomancers yet. But we'll make some there once I get a chance. Flowing Fields, I think, is already Town Hall 4. That got pretty big. Yeah, Flowing Fields can make geomancers. Would they be a useful addition to the army that I have, which is currently near Tridale? Got 2 for her already. You know, I could keep making units out of Flowing Fields, I think. Because I've got a lot of units here that don't actually need to be here. Like, I could replace, like, some of these are for Hephaestus, and I could replace them with units that she can benefit. So building more units at Flowing Fields is maybe not a bad idea, because I can make high-tier units out there. I guess the question is, what kind of units do I want? What do I have here? I don't have any Zephyr Archers from her house. So I can maybe use a couple of those. I can maybe use a few more Liege Guards. I got 1 Zephyr Archer there from her house. Let's get another Zephyr Archer and a couple more Liege Guards. Maybe another Geomancer. I think continuing to build units in Flowing Fields is probably worthwhile. So we'll do another Zephyr Archer, we'll do a Liege Guard, and then like a Geomancer, then another Liege Guard. Some mix of pretty good units. Because I've got income, and I don't want to just sit around on it doing nothing. I want to keep building units as long as I can. My economy's on a roll here, and I don't want to jeopardize that. Alright, do I want to try to build the Town Hall Citadel again? Yes, I think, because I am stubborn. I really want that so that I can make some tier 3 units for this guy's army, for his house. But I can't really consistently protect Tridale. This would let me get a stone wall, though. I think I'm going to try for it again. I've got the cash. I just need to remember that I can hurry the production if I need to. I actually had planned on doing that previously and forgot. Otherwise, I would already have a Town Hall level 3 in there. Okay, lots of war parties on the way. These guys, maybe they came through that Umbral portal. I haven't really done anything in the Umbral territory in this game. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get favorable winds ready to cast again. And end the turn, I think. After I drop another paranoia save. Alright, Logar's turn has already flown by, which is a good sign. Arvik, you know, where is Arvik? I have no idea where this guy is. It's not... He must be behind Logar over here, but that's kind of where I thought Nikaruth was. I actually have no idea where Arvik's territory is. I just sort of just now realized that. Well, we're Van Ira, and I want to know where this army goes, so... Let's keep an eye on them. You know, if you just want to sit there, that'd be fine. I wouldn't mind that. Nope, they are going... Okay, that's not where I expected them. Where are they going? They going after Manafont? Manafont will smoke them, I think. Alright, well, let's pop down to Fiala and see where she goes with that army that I'm a little worried about. I really, really don't like fighting gold golems. Although it'll be a little easier if once I get more geomancers. The golems don't have a whole lot of... I mean, they've got... I guess they got a pretty decent amount of resistance. But they have projectile, like physical projectile resistance. They don't have magical projectile resistance. Okay, Fiala didn't move. I don't know what she's doing over there. I think she's just trying to build an attack force. But the longer she waits, the more time I have to prep for it. Okay, what do we got here? I could get a chaos move. All cities of your empire affects gain 22 city stability. I don't really need that. Don't really need that. We got an Imperium option. And 20 alignment. 228 Imperium is a lot. I actually am sitting on a lot right now, but we'll take that. I probably need to have a look at the tree here. Oh, good. Goody, goody, goody. Okay, check out my upkeep. I just got this unlocked on this turn. Base unit upkeep is reduced by minus 10% per rank that unit has, which means my income is going to go from 366 and 220 to 817 and 439. Our money trial problems are over. We can now build whatever the heck we want. All right. This is one of my favorite upgrades in the game. It makes such a huge difference at this stage of the game where the units have been fighting all game. It's amazing. Let's see. I already got all of those. I do have the ability to increase my city cap again if I want to. We'll hold off on that for now. I don't really want to waste money on that at this stage in the game. I've already got all those. That's locking and shuffling. Can pick that one up if I need it. Not raising any cities right now. Not using forced march right now. I'll hold off on those. Yeah, I don't really need anything else in here yet. Other than maybe the one that grows. All cities in your empire gain +1 pop. You know, it might be worthwhile to grab that now while I've got this little boost of Imperium. I'm not anticipating... I mean, in Tridale, stuff's just going to get sieged, but... Oh, wait, actually, that would be a useful thing to do, because I'm trying to build that town hall. This will cut the time in half. I think now's a good time to use that. Slight problem. Nebular Sanctum needs someone to clear that bannerless keep to keep expanding itself. So Nebular Sanctum can't really take advantage of it right now, but it will be able to eventually, so... yeah, alright, I think now's a good time to do that. Let's go ahead and grab this. It's not planning on annex or, like, absorbing another city anytime soon, so let's go over here. We can get another... I'm going to probably lean towards another conduit. I don't know. Research is also really good, and I kind of need it. Let's do a research for now, because I'm gonna get some mana out of that conduit anyway. So we'll take the research post. So I want to try to keep up with research a little bit. And then in Tridale, we can go ahead and take, I guess, a farm here. That's not what important. What is important is we just cut the time for the Town Hall Citadel down by half. I don't think anyone can reach the city to siege it on this turn. Kind kind of hard to see with all the orange where the enemy can move with the red boundary, but I think Tridale's good. I don't need to hurry the production on the town hall just yet, so we'll hold off on that. And can I get everyone at least to... Nah, I just barely can't get them to that teleporter. It probably doesn't matter, though. It probably doesn't matter, because I don't know where I'd send them yet anyway. Brown's taking their sweet time getting their attack ready, and my mage can get back there anytime. I'm going to leave my mage's army right where they're at, because one more turn and that becomes my tributary, and then I can leave. So they can go wherever they need to, and then these guys can be flexible and move wherever they need to. So for now, let's get back to... I would say I'm going to sit on this teleporter. There we go. In friendly territory near Nebular Sanctum. And maybe these guys can work their way up and try to get that bannerless keep. And then that'll give me a few more tiles that I could expand Nebular Sanctum to, which would be useful. Also, there's going to be other cities that I can expand, so Kingerhelm's going to get more territory. Let's go up here. Yeah, I think I would like to have another conduit, because I'm pretty sure Kingerhelm has a mage guild. Yep, it does. So we'll take a conduit. I do need to clear the enemies off of that, but it's another boost to mana income. So let's see, that was Kingerhelm, my capital. Nebular Sanctum's a bit stuck. I did expand Tridale, so Flowing Fields is the only one left. At this point for Flowing Fields, I kind of want to think about where I might want to put a teleporter, I think. In my mind, this would be a useful spot, but it's already kind of close to a different teleporter. This would be a... Ooh, hang on. I might want to grab this piece of land right here. That is really close to Celestial Haven and would make for a great spot to attack from. I think I want to take that before the enemy does. I was initially thinking I might take this before my city-state gets it, but there's really no reason to when I could have this. Yeah, let's just drop another farm there. I like that. Alright. That would even be a good spot for a teleporter. Assuming the enemies don't pillage it, which they might, but if I can manage to keep it intact... I'm gonna go ahead and tell them to start building a teleporter there. That's a very aggressive teleporter placement, but if purple's dumb enough and doesn't do anything about it, that could end up paying huge dividends. I think the potential payoff is worth the risk here, because if they do pillage it, then yeah, oh well, I lost a province that was just a regular old farm with no bonuses, so sure, why not? Okay. And then I believe that is all the territory growth I can do. Mages army sitting where it's at. And finally to Hephaestus for the main event. The final siege of Logar, although I don't know if he's actually in there. But I guess we'll find out. Alright, you little punk. I've had enough of this crap. Where is a Spelljammer, though? So I know he has a Spelljammer in here. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything about it. It might be further back. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Oh, I think I could reach that while still sieging the city. Yes, I could. I'd need to get to it on the next turn, but technically, yes, I could reach that. Alright. Oh, Logar's in there too. Alright, this is it for him, I think. Do you have a Siegebreaker book by chance? No, you do not. I think Hephaestus does. No, he does not. Okay. So it doesn't really matter who's next to that city. But there is something I could do here, I think. You got 3 movement left. Is Hephaestus standing on a road? No, he's not. Okay, I think I have enough casting points to do this. What I'm thinking about doing is using... I would need to cast it on all 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. I just can't quite. I was thinking I was going to try to use Favorable Winds to get somebody standing on that Spelljammer on this turn and get 2 people standing here and here. But I would need to cast it 3 times because my armies are all just a tad bit too slow. So we'll just initiate the siege and then reposition on the next turn if Logar doesn't attack. So that's fine. And we're going to add some siege projects here to spice things up. Unfortunately, he's got that. That's going to be a 4-turn siege unless I use Headlong Assault, which generally I don't think is worth it. So we'll construct the Devastator Spears just to get a couple extra units in the battle. We'll undermine the walls, bombard the towers, my kind of typical go-tos, and maybe burn the battlements? By that point, I might have... Oh, that would be very good against Logar, if he's got Gaia's Chosen. We're going to select that.
Huh?
Do you have Gaia's Chosen yet? No, he has not gotten that. Maybe he didn't go that route. I was really hoping his people would be made out of leaves by this point. Oh well. I think setting the battlements on fire sounds fun anyway, so... I probably won't be able to cast Scion of Flame in time for that, but... that's okay. I think it's still a net benefit for me. Alright. Well, with Logar under siege, I feel better. And we're just going to produce merchandise indefinitely in that city until I have another building that I can make. Alright, bunch of domain invasions that I don't care about. I think we can end the turn. And I feel a sneeze coming on, so if my mic cuts out, I'm probably blowing my nose and assuming you guys do not want to hear that, but let's go to the next turn. Alright, well, it was just a sneeze for now. I'm back, but... I freaking hate allergy season. I live in the Midwest, and it's when people like harvest crops and stuff. So I have bad hay allergies. When all that crap gets kicked up in the air from the harvest, it just messes me up really good. Alright, not paying attention. Where are we at? We're back to Nikareth already. Actually, we're at Van Ira. I can't keep up. Let's see. You were kind of moving towards Manafont. And they changed their mind and went back this way. Maybe they didn't like that province I took. Come on, just let me have a teleporter there. I won't do anything bad with it, I promise. I won't try to attack Celestial Haven for the 3rd time, 4th time, not sure. I think it'd be the 3rd time I sieged and maybe even captured the city. It's just they kept taking it back. You know, it's really nice not having Sanguine out here casting Burden of Guilt and slowing down my armies. That's really refreshing. I think Nikareth might be able to do it. She's got a lot of order magic, but she might not have that specific tome. Okay, well, swat these flies. Okay. I'm probably not going to use those. I've got better robes. I like the robes that give the flat percentage magic damage bonuses. I think they're generally more useful and they scale better into the late game. Okay, well, Telesfork has some armies. They're not super strong, but hopefully strong enough. Let's see where we're getting invaded and then decide what to do. Units move through that cave, but that's just Van Ira moving around in the area. He's been doing that all game. Still nothing from Brown? What are they doing over here? Oh, maybe they're going after Mana Font. Oh, they're trying to clear that, I think. Although they need a hero to do that. I kind of need to blow my nose. Apologies, normally I'd edit that out, but in these, I don't have time to do a whole lot of editing right now, and these videos end up being like 2 hours long, so it's hard to find things like that. I don't know if I need to do anything about this. They would need a hero to take that. So I wonder if maybe they are going after Mana Font, and maybe I should reinforce them. How's Kilval? Should I reinforce them yet? No, they still only got one person in there. If that attacked Mana Font, would they hold out? They would not. Holy smokes, they are a bit overkill on the summoners, I think. But Van Ira moved away, so... Well, I'm kind of rolling in money at the moment, so let's splurge a little and buff up their defense. What would be good against Iron Golems? Really? None of this. Maybe the Astral... No, not even the Astral Siphoner. A Summoner, I guess? We'll give them a Summoner. Bone Dragon, not so much. Just a couple Fire Giants, I guess. Maybe an Astral Siphoner. Yeah, I think, you know what, we'll just give them a full 6 units. We'll throw the dragon in just because the dragon's good and it can help deal with other stuff. It's not only gold golems they have in there. And then probably a warbound. They're pretty good. Alright, well, I was anticipating sending these to Kilval. Now I think I'm going to send them to send to the Mana Font. I really can't afford Mana Font to go down. That's going to be a more annoying one for me to get back because it's kind of behind me. So yeah, guard Mana Font. There we go. It's a lot of money, but I'm actually rolling in cash at the moment, so spend it if you got it, I guess. Okay, I think these guys, since Brown didn't really move substantially anywhere, I think I have actually a couple things I want to do. First off, I want another teleporter down here. I'm just going to try to make one. Actually, Tridale... Alright, speaking of rolling in money, I'm just going to go ahead and hurry up and finish the Town Hall Citadel in Tridale. Just so nothing interferes with that. Because technically, I think Purple... Well, Purple can't siege with that army. Whatever, I'm going to finish it anyway, because I want a teleporter down here. And I want it right here, I think. Which I know they might pillage that, but I don't know that for sure. Yeah, we're just going to try to stick it there, and if they interrupt it, it's whatever. Hey. They could go after anything else at random, I'm not really sure. So I think these guys will go up here, and we'll use that hero to clear the bannerless keep. She's got a pretty good army. That should be easy. But I'll kind of try to leave them in range to run back to the teleporter if they need to. But my mage's army... I'm actually kind of thinking I might send my mage's army back over here. Because even if that army... Even if that army does go after Manafont and Manafont scares them off, they might come running right back at me. Oh, wait. Ooh, what are they doing? Oh, they're trying to turn that into a city. Oh, we can't have that. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's where my mage's army is going. I know I refer to my armies in odd ways, but the mage was the first hero that I had out of all of these. So this whole group just kind of became my mage's army. But yeah, I think they are needed over here. I don't want them putting a city right there. I would actually like to resecure that area so I don't have to worry about my capital as much anymore. So... And they're all running through that teleporter. And... to this one near my capital. Okay, and then those guys are all good where they are. Oh, wait, actually you need to make your way over to here. Right, because he's going to go with her, that hero's army. This is a good one to get. Plus 50 gold and 50 mana per active warrior involved in. I believe... Wait, does that count city-state wars? Ooh, hang on. Hang on. Let's do the math on this. I'm at 689 gold now. 482 mana. 964. Okay. 689. Be 7... Should be 250, right? 689. What? That was an odd increase. Maybe there's some multipliers, because it was at 689. 89 plus 50, or 100, would get me to 64. I think there's some multipliers that came into effect, but that's still a substantial amount of extra income. So, I think that's a good one. I don't regret picking it up. I'm just kind of curious as to how it worked. I think that must be getting put into my capital, and then multipliers from my capital are being added to it, is what I suspect. Oh no! The enemy turned my volcano the enemy turned my terrain into volcanic, guys. How terrible for Tri-Tail! Oh gosh. Excellent use of your mana there, folks. Oh crap, I forgot to... I was going to move on to the Spelljammer with Hephaestus' army. I think I could have still done that. Did not mean to end the turn there. And I'm also now praying it doesn't crash or I'm going to lose a turn in progress. Alright, let's go see... Oh, hello, Niker. Oh, frick. They got the Spelljammer now. I was going to try to break that, and I forgot. Alright, let's see how this goes. I think I'll win. But this is going to be a messy, tough battle. Logar's involved in this one, too. That might break his city defense. No casualties except for the big man himself. Well, we can't have that. Alright, well, this should be a fun fight. It'll be a difficult one, though. Question is... Oh, we are at the city walls. Okay. Nikareth is the one that initiated the battle. But I guess she kind of pulled Logar out of the walls. Or I guess Logar willingly sallied out. Because I guess he could have declined, technically. Alright, well, we did some damage to those. I do think I can probably take out the towers pretty quickly here. I wanna do that. We'll just run Hephaestus up, straight forward, throw a fireball at this. And let's see if my range units can finish it off. If they do a full damage, yep, okay, 1 tower down. And you link to big guy. They have some tough units in there. This is gonna probably be a good fight. I wanna try to go punch some more holes in the walls with those Devastator spheres, excuse me. But the main goal is just to rush and break those towers initially. Probably won't hit this, but maybe we get a lucky grace. Well, I broke some of the walls. Meteor arrows. Okay, you should go here, front and center. And let's get you linked to this guy. I think kind of a bit of a charge here is okay. I'm a very kind of mostly melee focused army, so. But I do want to see if I can get them to be dumb and go after that wyvern. But basically my initial goal is break the towers in the center of the map. And Nykareth's only level 4, so she's not too scary. But Logar is a freaking monster. He's actually very hard to kill. And I need to be cautious with how I use my spells in this fight because... Oh, they healed their tower. That's not going to make much of a difference. Alright, this army here is starting to look a little bit lonely. Wonder if I can take advantage of that. I already can run right up those walls. Need to get a little closer to actually... Let's see, you're pretty defensive. You got a shield. I'm thinking I want to put this guy, get this guy up on the walls. I could charge that tower with the knight and kill it. You got a pretty juicy shot right there I could take advantage of. Let's do that. Get some burning on those people. Yeah, I think I'm going to kind of move forward with this guy and play defense with him. We'll hang on to that Devastator sphere. Actually, I might blow it up there to get rid of that other piece of wall. Actually, what if I put it here? No, it's like it blows up on whatever target you hit. Alright, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to undo that with the Devastator Sphere. I'm going to undo it. Oh wait, I can't undo its move. I must have ran over a Caltrap or something. Alright, well, I'll just blow up this wall then. I'm going to charge this with the knight. Break that. We're going to move the shield up and defend. Move you up and defend with warding. And kind of form a tanky line here. What do we got here? A Shrine of Smiting? Let's not let that do its thing. And I think I may have left a Liege Guard behind. Oops. And I'm going to try to goad them into coming out of the walls and attacking this guy. So we're just going to come up and spit at him. Set somebody on fire. How about you? I don't know why this is... Why is this damage linking all the... Look at this. It's linking all the way back to Nykareth. Why is it doing that? Oh, I think it's because of... Flame... But... Never mind. I actually don't know why that damage chained. Oh, wait, I know why it changed. It's because my units have that thing where if they... Wait, hang on. I am a little confused. No, flame burst weapons... Oh, it is flame burst weapon, I think. No, but that's whenever this unit kills another unit. I actually don't know why that damage changed. I have no idea, but I won't complain. Hephaestus can probably get up there and absolutely ruin Nicaret's day, I'm betting. What is that? A Dawn Defender? Hephaestus will ruin that thing. Okay. I think I have a plan here. But I don't want to run Hephaestus through all those caltraps to do it. I'm going to go like this. Go here. And then blink. I need one more step. I can do that if I do this. I can go here. Then teleport here. Oh, that guy's almost dead. Okay, I need a little more AoE in there. I think I've got it with this archer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Oh, dear gosh, these poor people. Well, Nicaret's gone. And then we can move again. And do it again. Maybe I can get a couple more kills here. Is there anyone that can... I don't think I'm going to get any more kills out of that, but that's okay. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think we can be aggressive here. And you can move up and defend for your buddies. Right there, Hephaestus. Go ahead. Actually, he'll probably crit this. In fact, he will crit this. That's a guaranteed crit at this point. So Hephaestus just erased 4 units by himself. And Nicaret's whole army is... Well, that whole army is basically gone. So that was fun. And I think this army over here really needs to be on fire. This is going to be basically all of my casting. But I think it's a good use of it. Because this is probably the... Well, you know what? I might want to save some for pulling Logar out of position. He ends up being really annoying. So we'll hold on to my spells for now. As juicy of a hit as that would be, I think these armies here aren't... Well, they do have an archer back there. Are they a threat at all? Not really. I think we'll see how this one plays out down here. Alright, who can still move? You need to defend. You can't move. Is there anyone I'm missing? Oh, he was down there. Okay. Oh, that's fine. He can defend. Liege Guard. Nope, you're good. I think everyone is good. Alright, I'm going to end the turn here. Wait, which unit was that? Oh yeah, that's just another Liege Guard. Okay. I mean, if Hephaestus needs to, he can just run down there and solve some problems. The great thing is that even if they attack him, he's still linked to that Liege Guard. Okay. Here comes Logar. They taunted one of my shields. I guess that's okay. Can I make him pay for it? Hephaestus could make them pay for it. That's another guaranteed crit, but this person could have Steadfast or Slip Away. Oh my gosh, they got a lot of stuff to read through. Okay, Logistics Training, Juggernaut, Hyper Awareness, Heartless. Foraging, Experienced Leader. endurance, damage reflect. Holy smokes. Damage reflection's gonna kind of hurt. I don't think. Yeah, they don't have anything that should keep them alive. As far as I can tell, they would just die. Alright, well, let's see if these guys, if I think these guys can handle everything down here on their own. If they can, then Hephaestus will go after Logar. If not, I may need to bring him over here, but... Alright, I think what I want to do... Open up with moving this guy here to sunder defense a couple times on that hero. And then with the defense sundered, I can do more damage with the archer. And I don't know if he's going to be... I don't know if I can actually kill that person or not. Okay, good. They're down. Hurts enemy morale a bit and lets me move more liege guards up to cause trouble. Trying to prevent this shrine from activating. Let's see, you are a mage ranged hero, so I'm going to charge them with the knight. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of damage. I'm going to have heal him. Get rid of all those, or some of those nasty effects. And I think I'm going to try to whittle this guy down so he's not dishing out quite as much damage. That Pyre Templar. Oh, never mind. He is all the way whittled down. Alright, let's move you over here. Might have you use Second Wind. Yeah, just to get within range of enemies. And then Mass Curse on you, which is a free action. Now this is a kill. There we go. And this is a kill. Okay, so they were able to pick that army apart pretty easily. I'm just gonna hit him with the Geomancers. Hephaestus cannot teleport right now, but he can probably kill this person. Or actually, as far as I know, he will, so I'm gonna do that. Ooh, Logar is routing. But where are you gonna route to? This is your capital, buddy. Well, I may as well shoot this hero. He's the one still fighting, so... And he's in my face. Yeah, they'll get a little bit of bleeding, but I think I can patch that up. Yeah. There you go. And move you back. Fry him. I think everybody is good. I've still got this knight here. That stuff down there is all basically dead, so I'll just use this knight to try to chase down leftovers. Actually, I want that knight in a slightly different spot. I want him here because I got a feeling this guy's going to go hit Hephaestus in the back. And then I could flank him in retaliation for it. On that note, go guard the boss. Oh, killing momentum, right, so I can turn and hit this thing. And I think just for the fun of it, I might toss down a lava burst here, hitting the tower and all of those units. Yep. forgot he's impossible to hit with ranged attacks. Okay, well, these guys are all toast. Let's finish these guys up first. Alright, our work down there is done. Let's see if we can keep Logar from getting away. Although I don't think it matters. I think his walls will fall after this, since this is a sally out kind of thing. So, well, I know this will hit him. We'll give him more burning terrain to run through. You know what? I think I want those archers out of the way more. Oh, wait a second. Hephaestus can kind of may be able to catch up here. Logar can't quite make it out. Because if I do this, he gets a little bit of extra movement. I actually could hurl flame at Logar too. You know, I think I've got him. Okay, he's got steadfast, but he can't get away. Not sure that I actually need to kill him, but it will make me feel happier. But I don't think there's really any difference between a ruler being in retreat status and being in the void. Although there may be a difference in the amount of time it takes for them to come back. Depending on different modifiers. Alright, I think we can end the turn here. I'm not going to kill anything else there. Oh, there goes a slip away. So he's got to slip away, he's got to steadfast, and he's friggin' very hard to hit with range attacks, but you can't dodge this one. Get out of here. Is that it? That is it. Okay, that was a lot easier than it looked initially. Yeah, you better run, Nikaroth, actually. Oh wait. I'm used to playing multiplayer games where if it's on simultaneous turns you can try to outmove the computers. Can't do that here, so we gotta play fair. Logar's still got quite a few people camped out in that city, but it is not going to be nearly enough to stop what is coming. I could go stand on the Spelljammer, but I don't think I can do that and attack him at the same time. So we're just going to have to do this through the Spelljammer. But after that battle, this should be a cakewalk. Who are we on right now? Oh, we're at Van Iragan. Okay. Who is wandering aimlessly through this land up here. I don't think they have much of a plan, but they are absolutely letting me build that teleporter. Huh, okay, well. Celestial Haven is probably going to be my next target for an attack, because of its location. Being right above Tridale has been consistently quite annoying. Oh, Brown is going after Manafont. Okay, well, I'm glad I sent my mages army over in this direction. They can maybe help. Though I don't know if they'll make it in time. I think it'll be close. So I've got friendly territory I can move through, and I do have favorable winds. But yeah, we can't be having them... Oh, that did not go well for my city-state. Well, now I don't have enough time. Because my city-state tried to attack them, which was unwise. A bow that does taunted, that's not... Well, actually, a bow that does taunted could be good with the right army setup. Damage reflection on a shield. I do kind of like that. Well, I mean, just take it and figure it out later. It really doesn't matter at this point, honestly. I have tons and tons of binding essence and fragments, and if I need more, I'll just start randomly breaking stuff down, so... but I did want to look at that shield, because that had damage reflection on it, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's better than what he had. And it gives warded. That's a good shield. I'm going to take that. That's a very large shield on a very large man. Alright, well, I believe this is the end of Logar's reign of annoyance, I guess. Oh, it's going to pull in yellow to try to help. It says risky battle. I don't see this being a risky battle. However, I am going to do this with Hephaestus, so he's in the middle. I like having him in the middle. Okay, took more damage than I really probably needed to there, which is kind of annoying, but because I got a feeling that Liege Guard's going to get himself killed. He does have a healer nearby, though, so if the AI is smart, they'll patch him up. I'll take it, just to save some time. And, oh, I thought I was going to have to kill that last army that was sitting there, but apparently I don't, and Logar's dead now. Hooray! Oh my gosh, just... Oh, I'm so glad he's gone. Logar has been... I was talking about this in the comments with the Seraphine Gold. Logar's been just a troll all game. Just harassing me, pillaging stuff, being a general nuisance, mostly up north. So having him out of the game, that's a huge weight off my back. Staff of Spiders, Defender of Vigilance. I don't see myself using any of these. I do kind of like that true damage Chaos Eater, but yeah, I'm just gonna disenchant this stuff. I do have a fire. I might keep the Fire Wyvern mount. Although none of these people really do fire damage, so I don't need to be resistant to it. We'll just disenchant all that stuff so as not to clutter my stuff up. Oh, we are absolutely holding a parade for this guy going out. I don't even care what the other options are, but I do know that gets me Imperium, so I can't go really wrong with it. But yeah, we're absolutely holding a parade for taking him out. Good riddance, you stupid lizard. My gosh, that guy was a nuisance. But now he's gone. And we will vassalize his capital, which apparently it just expanded in this direction and didn't go anywhere over here. Alright, well. Did he not have any cities that I can make peace with? Wait. Huh? I didn't think that would be done already. Oh, I guess maybe it is about the right time. Item Forge. Let's make another one, just so I'm sure I have true sight on all my armies. So no more sneaky stuff. There's a hunk of fire with true sight. Forge. Okay, well, Hephaestus gets one now. He actually already has a item that is healing his people. So maybe we can switch that with... Yeah, perfect. Dawnbringer's Wallbreaker. Siege Master and Army Umbral Malady immunity. Perfect. That is a good trade. True Sight, Army Recuperation, Rune of Command Fire, Siege Master, Army Umbral Malady immunity, and extra casting points. I like that setup quite a bit. Hephaestus is absolutely stacked right now. He has hit power level 9,000, and I think maybe surpassed it. I don't know about that. He's at least not threatening the structural integrity of the planet, so maybe I'm going a little overboard, but... Okay, well, I will not be able to stop them from taking Manafont, but what I can do is pop up here, take out this army. Oh wait, no, they're in an outpost. Oh, I need to siege that. Okay, we'll have to get Manafont back later. I need to prevent them from turning that into a city. Yeah, that's probably a higher priority. And my mage's army would be the one to do it. They're probably pretty well suited to fight Brown and the Gold Golem menace. Now, I might have Siegebreaker on one of these armies. I don't remember for sure, so let's try to get them up and kind of around this city. Two turns at 10 siege strength. Okay. So, that's not going to make a difference. I mean, I've got the money, so we'll just throw undermining walls at it and call it a day. Just in case he moves reinforcements in. I won't have to worry about us getting through as many. I won't have to worry about making my own holes in the walls. There'll just be a bunch of them. Or more than normal. Hey, there's Vanira. Just in time to, I think, get wrecked by this army. Like, I wanted to clear this, but actually, I think I can do both. Hang on. Yeah, there's a road that goes right there. Okay. Well, what I can do is I can explore. We can attack the captors, save battles. I'm not even going to risk a 10% failure. I don't need the animals' help. So we'll auto that. That should be very easy. Okay. Got a summon animal rod. I'm sure someone could use that. Oh, gain one pop. Is Celastum a friend or enemy or what? I have a supreme vassalage. Why would I want to make them mad? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. This is an evil action, though. I think I'm just going to take the extra population in Nebular Sanctum. Because Celastum is still going to be... I think they're the one that's up here. Yeah, I mean, I still have supreme vassalage over them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, cool. That gets me this. And I also can get... What do I actually need here? The city could use some quarries. Bannerless Keep I actually was thinking was a quarry, but it's not. It's a research post. Let's get a quarry. And I might... This is where having a scout would be handy. Because I just need somebody to dig out that... to stay behind and dig out that wall. Actually, The Pyromancer could probably do it. Yeah, you do that. Dig this out. I think Nebular Sanctum can grow more. Yeah. We'll see what I dig up though. I might want that tile instead. Okay. We'll bring you stay there. I have this archer here that can pop into this army and help out. So we'll do that. You guys come back down. I don't know what Van Ira is doing running around down here by herself, but poor idea. And then I think I'm just going to have everyone kind of stay where they're at. Conserve as much movement as possible so they heal as much as possible. While he stands up there. I do want to clear that mana node, though. You know what? I am going to go clear that mana node.
Hey.
Okay. And I believe I have a teleporter just outside of Celestial Haven set up and ready to go now. Yep. If they don't do anything about it. I actually wouldn't mind teleporting Hephaestus' army over there real quick. I could go for it. I don't really feel as much of a need to hang on to Hornward. Wait, how's Kilwall doing? They're still quite weak. But at least Logar can't threaten them. Oh, here we go. Handle war with Logars or me. Yeah, make peace. I don't want to worry about them if I don't have to. Okay, we got another hero leveled up. Hester the Dagger. He's a warrior. I think I was going down the damage pathway for killing momentum. And we'll get Adeptum Materium for the meteor strikes. I really like Unyielding a lot, so I'm going to pick that up. Being able to shake off a status effect every turn is pretty amazing. And I guess you may as well take this. I don't really have a Wand of Prov. You know what? A Wand of... Oh wait, you've already got a Wand of Provocation. Okay. Okay, and then you can come out here. And Hephaestus, where are we gonna go with you? You know what? Celestial Haven can wait a few turns. I think I just want to make sure that I get this city under my control. So we're just gonna park right here and only leave if we have to. Oh, Nebular Sanctum can get an Arcane Institute now. Cool. I actually could really use that. And with another quarry, which I might be able to get from here. Or if I expand now, I could build a... If I expand now, I could build a giant forum there. I got some ideas for how I could link things together up there, but part of it depends on what this province has, so we'll just wait one turn and see what we get. For now, I guess a market, because I can get that in one turn, and a mint. We're making over 1,000 gold per turn right now, so I'm not sure that I really need all this. I'll grab the stone mace, and then I'll be able to build other stuff faster. Okay. Logar's gone to the void. Nicoreth's gone to the void. Remains collected, remains collected. Hero captured, collected, captured, collected, collected, captured. And asteroid. Okay, we can discard all of those. And that I am aware of. Oh, Nicoreth is now using Burden of Guilt. Wonderful. There's always some annoying order civ in the game causing trouble. We'll just pay the 2 gold to finish that off. And we'll get the mint. Looks like they are letting my teleporter proceed with being built. I do need to drop a save here, and before I end the turn, but I think everything is kind of where it needs to be, so I'm expecting either Vanira or Arvik to do something to throw another big army at me, really any time. I just don't know where it'll come from, especially Arvik. I haven't heard anything from him in a while. I don't even know where his territory is, though, so it's hard to even know where to look. Oh, hey, speak of the devil. Alright, well, I'm glad he's here, because this is the easiest place for me to deal with him, so... Got a living fog. Ooh, a couple reapers. Don't like that. Status resistance isn't exactly what my armies are known for. Let's see what Fiala's up to. It's funny how the cities that I wanted to capture... Oh, now they're on my teleporter. Okay. Well, that's fine. Easy enough to get back, and it's still going to be my territory, so that's the important thing, is it's a good spot to see Celestial Haven from. But it is funny that Celestial Haven is the one city that I've really wanted to take for almost this entire game. That's one city that I actually want to burn down and let Tridale use. Oh, there's Van Ira's troops. Okay, here we go. Because I wanted to expand Tridale's borders up in that direction and take the area around that dragon, the giant fallen dragon spire thing, dragon spine. But I've somehow managed to be capturing and attacking everything around it without actually going to that city. Like, I got all the way over here before I could secure here. And it was pretty much just because Logar was such a problem up in the north. Okay, if I attack them, who will it pull in? Oh, you have made a mistake, my friend. Because you have left those other units on the water, and I don't think they're going to get pulled into this fight. I'm not sure if that's actually correct, though. Why is it saying impossible battle? You know what? I think I'm going to hold still. I'm going to let that... I'm going to stay on the city. And I'm going to let Arvik come after me if he wants. It's weird because it looks like attacking this person, it won't draw in these guys. But it's saying it's an impossible battle. And it's saying Arvik has 4,000 army strength. Which I've got him beat if I pull out my whole army, but... then they won't heal as much. And I'm worried about this guy dying. What if I attack them? That's a little bit easier. Let's do that. Let's dislodge you from that Spelljammer. There's the rest of his stuff. But we can split it up if we attack like this. Okay, let's try this solution. Come on out of the city. There you go. Let's move in with a mounted unit for this one. Although, again, I do want Hephaestus in the middle of the battlefield, so I guess we'll attack with him. Alright. Lost a liege guard and the other one ran. Nah. I don't want to mess with moving reinforcements out here for these guys in a battle that I don't really need to lose anyone in. Although those Dread Reapers are super scary and I do need to be careful about them. Don't think they can kill heroes though, with their ability. I think it's just regular units, which means Hephaestus should probably go attack them. Hang on, let me check. Finger of Death, non-hero unit. Okay. So they can't even use that ability on heroes. Good to know. I know where I'm putting Hephaestus. In fact, I'm just going to lean the entire battle in this direction. Oh, hang on. Didn't. I think I wanted to get you through there first. There we go.
Hey.
There we go. Patch him up.
Hey.
Need you to patch this guy up. We're not known for our healing around here. Okay, I think that's as good of a setup as I'm going to get for right about now. Do we have... Oh, wait, I didn't link anyone to that other hero. Let me do that. That'll work for now. Liege Guard's not in the best of shape, but... Send your Dread Reapers over. Come on, what are you afraid of? They're both still up there. So my plan has not really changed. I'm gonna keep... I want to keep that guy away from the enemies. We'll form a wall kind of here and move Hephaestus and the hero, my hero, up in this direction. The two of them are going to join forces to take on those Dread Reapers, to try to do it at no risk to me. Can't really... Can I turn the house into a... I could summon a unit there. Here, I can get a freebie unit there. That doesn't matter if he dies. In fact, I can move him in and quake here. Get a pretty good number of units with that. What is that hero capable of? Even a melee fighter, he's not too scary. Okay. Alright, everybody else actually is pretty much going to handle this stuff over here, I think. Other than you. You're totally expendable. If they want to waste Finger of Death on you, that's fine. As for the rest of you guys, form a line right along these crystals, I think, so I can take advantage of the extra shock damage that they let me do. Then am I still under the effect of a Spelljammer? I think I am. We're actually fighting on one right now. So, no, I'm not. Lava Burst is only 40. Well, in that case. Let's make it so they kind of have to move. I'm thinking about teleporting Hephaestus in there and just starting to smash stuff now. I'd get a flank attack on that. Ooh, hang on. I think I want to do this. Oh, if I can roll the crit, I've got this. Nope, didn't get it, but did quite a bit of damage, so I'm okay with that. Hephaestus isn't under too much of a threat here, so... Well, I don't know. That Dread Reaper will mess him up, and that'll all get transferred to this poor fool. He might be in trouble. We might have to undo that link here in a minute. Okay, we got Finger of Death on two things that I didn't care about. That's fine with me. How you doing, buddy? Okay, fortunately he's not the one taking the brunt of the attacks down there, so we're good. I am going to soften up that Exemplar with these guys. I think that's an Exemplar, yep. See, you can finish him off. Ah, he's close. Can I finish him with this guy? Yes. There we go. You need to continue to just run away. Why can't I hit you? Is this tall conduit blocking my sight line? I think it is. Okay, now that the Dread Reapers have used their ability, though, I think Finger of Death, let me make sure both of them are on cooldown. Yeah, they can't use that for 5 turns. Make sure the other one also cannot use for 5 turns. Yep, they both wasted it to kill summons. Alright, perfect. I'm going to keep... See, the Dread Reapers do a lot of damage. I'm thinking about pulling one out of formation so that I can hit it with my Knight. If I can get Abducting Cyclone to work on it. It's not clear who it's going to target. Seems to want to pull the hero. Which is actually also fine. Yeah, I think I'm actually fine with that. It might actually even be preferable. Because that opens him up to a lot of attacks. And then I can stick this guy right in the middle and guard all of them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing on fire. And I'm gonna position one unit next to it, prevent it from doing its big ability, and go protect that unit because he is now on fire. Everything else down here seems to be pretty... Oh wait, there's like a whole other army over there that I totally lost track of. But we're doing fine. I don't think we need to worry about him. And then as for big guy himself, this might be a spot where Cleaving Sweep is actually kind of useful. Yeah, I think this is a good time for it. Either that or Mighty Stomp. No, Cleaving Sweep is better here. I guess that's why I picked it up for weird cases like this, so... This Liege Guard's just gonna go right there. I think everybody else is good. The Dread Reapers be eating the dead people. How's the guy he's linked to doing? You are really getting beat up. Alright, I gotta watch out for him. I need to try to get him out of that situation if I can. Did I kill one of the Dread Reapers, or did they, like, move? Where's the other one? I thought there was two. Maybe I did kill it. Is it there? Oh, yep, he's dead. Here lies Reaper. Okay, I think Hephaestus killed him with retaliation attacks. Okay, he shouldn't have any retaliations, so we're going to sunder his defense a bunch. I might actually be able to kill him with regular units and let Hephaestus go do his own thing. That guy hits like a truck, too. Okay, Reaper's down, which means Hephaestus can get down here. Why am I looping around this? What? Why won't you run through there? Is there a unit there that I'm not? A decaying zombie. Well, you need to get out of the way, pal. Wait, I can't attack that thing. I want Hephaestus to get here to do a big, powerful hit on those two, but it's like there's a decaying zombie there that's not an actual real unit that I can interact with. I think this is a bug. What happens if I command this guy to attack it? It goes away. Okay, well, that was weird. Okay. Now, if I can soften up one of these units, I'm not sure that Hephaestus has gotten an actual kill yet. So his crit chance is still at 85. So I want to soften one of these guys, or one or both of these guys up here, to make sure that I land a kill. That should be easy to do. I'm going to try to get that spearman out of the picture. Okay, this is a kill. And then this should be a kill. Go. No more Shrine of Smiting. You get back here. Might want to think about linking him to a different Liege Guard. Yeah, we're going to cancel the Sworn Bond on that one. We'll link him to this guy for now. And we got plenty of other volunteers, should we need them. But for the moment, there's still... Oops, I didn't mean to run through the fire there. There's still a whole other army out on the right side that hasn't done anything yet. I guess I'll just end the turn and see what they do. Here he comes. Maybe a tad bit too late. Yeah, you're too late. Oh. Aren't you cute? Sprint, move, teleport, smash. This build is silly. Alright, everybody, let's go this way. Speaking of silly Age of Wonders builds, I think the I like watching the Spiffing Brit on YouTube, and I think he just got another Age of Wonders video out. I'm excited to watch that when I get a chance. Hopefully tonight. I want to see what he came up with. I don't really know why I'm wasting time moving all these units. I guess I'll just get the range guys over here, but the melee units in the back are not going to make it to the front before Hephaestus completely decimates everything, basically by himself. You sure you want to do that, buddy? Another fun reason why Abducting Cyclone is good with this build, because I can just pull this guy further away. Like, I can look at what direction he's facing. Oh, actually, I think they go into defense mode when they do that, but I can pull him away from me. Oh, now he's stunned. So now he's actually just dead instead of Hephaestus only dealing about half damage. Okay, then we just do all that good old sundering of defense. Soften him up to arrows. Or they'll just crit him and he'll die. Okay, that was a very loud noise. Holy smokes. Okay. All done there. Army Trainer and more Umbral Malady immunity. Okay. And a Siege Master book. Okay, good. I do need those. Another Knight that I don't need. Another low-risk battle. Harvick's got a lot of stuff here. Okay. So it is pulling in the units on the water. It's just it wasn't showing me that because it was going to pull in units that were back here that I couldn't see. But before I forget, I want to divvy out those new items I got. So Hephaestus has a wall breaker siege thing. I actually probably should give the other one to this guy, because these are the guys that are attacking cities. I haven't really used Raise Undead on him much. I do think I'm gonna take the Wand of Provocation away and give him Siege Master. That also gives him True Sight, which he actually isn't gonna need because I just gave that to Hephaestus, but I'm making those True Sight things for other people, so it's fine. The Light Vessel would also probably be good on him. I think, yeah. I think I'm going to give him both of these. That way, if they need to, this can be my crew to go into the Umbral as well. So they can go into the Umbral, they can just take out cities real fast. It'll be my wall breakers. Cool. Okay. And then this should be easy-ish. Still a couple Living Fogs and another Reaper in here. Harvick's cranking out a lot of troops, but they're just coming in giant waves. We don't need to lose people. The problem is my army's at low health, so units are dying that don't really need to even be involved in the fight. Alright, well, we know what to do. Link to a healthy Liege Guard and let Hephaestus do what he does best. I'm going to move him up. Hephaestus can go right up the center. I do want to deal with the Reaper before that becomes a problem, so we'll put the heroes front and center for now. That guy's Finger of Death ability can be triggered after he moves, so I want to keep my good units away from him if I can. At least until he's been dealt with. Except for this guy. You can go forward. Yeah, move you right there. Move him there, then pop a heal here. So you're guarding your buddies. It's good enough for now. What the heck? Oh, I think that's that thing where he gets pulled into the oblivion. He'll come back, but I think he comes back crazy or something. Yeah, comes back with 75% of the total hit points and inflicted with insanity. Okay. Well, if Hephaestus goes there, he can start to just punch a hole. I think I'm actually fine with just going full-on offense here. Let's chuck this right in the middle of all those guys. The one thing I'm a little worried about is this guy making Hephaestus go crazy. But I think I've got enough status resistance on him that he's got 13 status resist now, and he's got unyielding. So he'll probably be fine. I can't summon a rock around here. I guess I can get one there. I'm not sure why I can summon a rock out of a bush instead of another rock, but that is the way things are sometimes, I guess. Okay, let's drop a lava burst on this group. They're all bunched up pretty nicely for it. And Hephaestus does bonus damage to units that are on fire. If I can get lucky with a crit, this might be a kill. Man, just not quite enough. I needed a little more damage. Alright, let's try to pull these guys more to the center. Oh wait, hang on, maybe I don't want to do that. That thing is still capable of using Finger of Death on quite a bit. We'll hold off just a little longer until the Reaper's dead. In the meantime, these guys will focus on kind of forming a wall and defending against all that crap over there. I do need to probably link... Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. You move here, if I could get the mouse to work. You move here, link to him. So I should set that up. Get the injured people back. Get you over here. And we're gonna kind of get away from the unit that they use Sleep of Oblivion on, I think. Just so he has to take a step before attacking anything, we'll do slightly less damage. I'm pretty sure it was a Liege Guard. Okay, the Reaper did use its Finger of Death. The rock went crazy. Oh, it was a Geomancer. Okay. Who I think just froze my Liege Guard. That's not a huge deal, I guess. And that Dread Reaper's about to be dead. And this should be a crit. I'd like to make sure that's a kill. So we will set them on fire. How did that not crit? Did I just roll a 5% out of 95? Disappointing. Okay. Well, let's start whittling this thing down before it causes too many problems. Let's see. Not sure if he'll just go for attacks or use that. Well, I'm just going to shoot him and inflict as much burning as I can. Okay, appreciate the crits. Not really getting the burning, though. I think what I will do is actually move right up to him and defend. And use these guys to ward my... Well, for one thing, heal. And then ward. In fact, I'm going to pull more of these guys over to that army on this side. I guess I still have some work to do over here. Alright, I might be risking this knight going insane here, but I would like to get rid of that charge unit, or at least get it mostly out of the picture. There we go, got a crit. I can actually take a step and do another hit on somebody. Yeah, let's use Second Wind. I don't get any healing out of it, but that's okay. Oh, wait, I'm further away from stuff than I thought. Okay, he'll just be defending there then. Let's see, you're the one linked to Hephaestus. I kind of want you to get away from the fight. I would love to get that knight back there on those mages, but I'm a little worried about big guy here, so we'll deal with him first. Not sure if or what spells I want to cast. Maybe just another lava burst. It's very good. Yeah, why not? It's just a fun spell to use. Oh. Camera freaking out a little bit. Okay, I think one of my guys went crazy. Huh? Yeah, that Liege Guard turned around and attacked his buddy. Alright, well, we should be able to get rid of the Living Fog on this turn. In fact, I think I can hopefully get rid of this one. If I cancel his retaliation, he can't hit me, and then I can freely kill him. Really like to go hit that thing with Hephaestus, but that guy's in the way and I don't have my teleport right now. Oh wait, I do have my teleport. Now, can they kill it though? I think I'm gonna move the archers to where they have a 90% shot. This will pretty much guaranteed kill it. Okay, then I can rush these guys down with melee units. In fact, I could pin this one. like that. So it's basically out of the game. And I can almost pin this one. Not quite, actually, because the other liege guard can't move, but we can at least go bother him. I think I'd like to go hurt that guy's feelings. In fact, I can hurt a lot of people's feelings here, because I can go here and hit both of those two, and then turn around and hit that guy. Okay, I think, you know what, I think I'm just going to end my turn there. I don't think moving anyone else is going to make much of a difference, except for maybe you. Yeah, I guess moving these guys and attacking with them will help a little bit. This one too, maybe? No, he already attacked. Okay, I think we're good. Where do you think you're going? We got a fireball, may as well toss that somebody's way. And I believe that's a wrap for this fight. Sweet. Alright, well, I was wondering where Arvik was. Now he's got to go back to the drawing board for a bit. The rest of his units are in the water. I could go after them, because I think I have... Yeah, I've got all of these, so I've got advanced logistics, basic seafaring, so I can embark and disembark with no extra movement cost. We don't need you. We can go home. It looks like it'll pull all my friendlies in for this, so... I guess I may as well. This is going to be a water battle, though. It said it's safe, so, and it's pulling in all my units, so I guess it doesn't matter whether it's in water or on land. I would just like to get rid of these remainders. See, this is annoying stuff. I don't need to lose a Geomancer in a fight against 6 units. Oh, I forgot. I like how the giants just walk in the water because they're so dang tall. Alright, well, do it again. This guy managed to be enough trouble that if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. But I'm just gonna have Hephaestus and the hero mostly take this one. We are once again dealing with a Dread Reaper. Arvik seems to be making a lot of these now. Pardon me. We need to link another shield to our other friend there. Whoops. Put you here, put you here. This guy goes front with the others. I'm gonna try to lure him into going after that guy. Leave his guard down. He might actually be able to reach him, though. May have positioned that incorrectly. No, I think he just went for a melee attack. Yeah, Finger of Death is... Oh, it can't be used in the water. Okay, well, I don't need to worry about it. That's good to know. I'll try to remember that. My hero will mess that thing up. Okay. I think we can pretty much take him out. Beautiful. All right. Now I see a lot of icicles that can be melted. He isn't. Oh wait, I didn't select the unit. I thought. There we go. That looks a little better. Now you could go in and polish that off. Okay. Now is when we teleport. Then I turn around and also leave the White Witch in Hephaestus' crosshairs so she can't do anything. Almost. Not quite, though. Alright, I think that's enough. Funny, Arvik himself, I don't think was anywhere in this army. It was a pretty big army, but he just was not involved. Wait, my Geomancer still died? I didn't even notice. Well, that's annoying after all that. Okay. I guess I'll get another one. For now, you'll have to do until I can get a reinforcement out here. I didn't even notice my Geomancer die. That was weird. Oh, I did find two double gold veins back there. I like that. Okay. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do here. I think I'm gonna put a giant forum here, a rune carver camp here, and then I have a regular quarry there. So I will take this as a mine for the moment. We're going to change that. And are you out of growth? Oh, no, you got more. Okay, great. So I'm going to take and build... Yeah, the giant forum here, which counts as a quarry. And will benefit from... both of those. Wait, what does it specifically benefit from? Hang on, I thought it was special province improvements. Was its adjacency? Yeah. Which I think the wonders count as special no, actually, the wonders are not technically a special province improvement, so they might not count. Well, that's okay. I think this is still a good enough place to put this. So I'm going to take the... I'm going to actually build the rune carver camp first on that farm. And I'm going to clear all this crap out. Is there anyone that doesn't need to be here? Like you, this pyromancer would be better off replaced by this one for the purpose of this army. To keep more of the house units with her. House Hester.
Hey.
Let's just clear these mines off and clear that mana node out real quick while we're back here. Also, do I have another Geomancer that's part of Hephaestus' army? Because I would like to restock that one that I lost. Yes, I do. I'm actually going to make another, though, because I know he's got Pyromancers out there with him. And I've got cash, so I may as well. Okay, that's done. Move here. Do I need good alignment? I wish I could look. I'm just going to take the XP. Yeah, I could have used a little bit, but that's okay. It's not really a huge deal. Okay, then send the knight to deal with that one. Beautiful. Lots of mana, lots of gold. I'm have plenty of resources now. I don't really need that guy. Although this army doesn't actually have any bannerman in it, so we'll figure out what to do with him on the next turn, I guess. I do know I want him with them, but I actually need to bring them more down here. I think for the moment, I'm going to pull them all over here. How far can you go? I'm just going to pull everybody back over here for now. And I'll figure out how I want to mix those units in on the next turn. Purple's all over the place down here again. But at least Arvik got set back quite a bit there. Okay, this is the kind of thing I wanted to keep these units around for. Just a small city-state incursion being annoying. And all the units in here are essentially expendable, so I can just go down and deal with it. And if somebody dies, I don't really care. I will allow spells, though. I've got lots of mana. Okay, probably don't need that for anyone right now, but maybe if I get a hero with a staff. I could still really use a ritualist hero or a battle saint, some kind of healer. I've been without one for this entire game, and it's just been all offense all the time. Well, go ahead and stand on that just in case it's considered hostile still, so we can shut it down. I'll let them heal up a little. Oh yeah, I wanted to get her out here too, so that would be the Nebular Sanctum teleporter. Scion of Flame is ready to cast, and I can get Infernal Focus. Don't really need Crucible Battlements are cool, but I don't really know that I want to bother locking them. Yeah, they don't matter that much. I'll just take Infernal Focus. But we want to make sure that we start casting Scions of Flame, which I've been really looking forward to getting that all game, because it just lets you take the fire spam to a whole nother level. Okay, I'm going to hold off on any of those improvements for now. We got a hero level up. That is going to go to... I already got Killing Momentum, which is the thing I was working towards for him. This actually could be good for him, because he's got Heal and Awaken Earth. So being able to use magic and support abilities in melee might be useful. Yeah, I think I like that better than most of the other options. Aside from Frenzy, I really like, but I think he might be getting Frenzy from another source. Yeah, he's already got it from something. I don't know what, but I think this is more useful. My ruler leveled up, but I thought he was already max level. I thought he was already level 20. Can you rank up past 20 if you keep getting XP? I didn't think that was possible, but I could have sworn he was already 20. Oh no, wait. I remember. No, he was at 19, but I was debating on whether to get the 10% fighting damage bonus or the meteor strikes. I can get one of these. I had done the math for it, but that is last level I took the sweeping attack. I think I am leaning towards the fighting, mostly because this got nerfed for charge units. So, well, it got nerfed for the Giant King's charge, I should say, not for regular charge units, but because the Giant's King charge is technically an AoE, it got a bit nerfed. So I think with the amount of damage Hephaestus does, a 10% damage bonus is probably better. So now Hephaestus has reached his final form. Wonderful. Oh, look whose capital is right over there. Interesting. I did not expect it to be so close. I'm not exactly sure what triggered me being able to see that, but it is not where I thought it would be. I thought it would be more northeast, but I guess that's probably more water up there. Province is being pillaged. It's been a while since I dropped a quick save, and I'm still scared of a crash. Okay, I'm aware of that. That I've taken care of already. My domain has been invaded. That I'm aware of. I know about that and that. And how are things going over here with this siege? That'll be done on this turn, but they are in mana font. That is unfortunate. But if I can wrap this siege up quickly, I think I could build a road across that tile and maybe get up there and clear them out before mana font turns. Another thing I can do is I can actually move some of these units onto this road ahead of time. They don't all need to be right next to it, and that way they are ready to go. I got a cavalry unit in there, I got a flying unit in that one, so we should be okay. I am going to switch positions to put the flying unit in front, though. And then I can use him to clear that out real quick and then run north and hopefully catch them on the next turn. So a lot going on right now. Hephaestus making some real progress over here. Took out Logar. Looks like Nicoreth's on the ropes. We can maybe start... Feels like we might be able to start knocking out one per episode. That would be wonderful, but we'll see. I think it's funny that Purple feels like the one I'm furthest away from killing right now, outside of maybe Arvik, and they're the closest one to me. But we'll see how it plays out in the next episode. I need to wrap this one up here, guys, so thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. As always, leave your thoughts and ideas down in the comments. I will check those out and try to correct any mistakes and stuff as I review the comments on the next episode. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Dawson Horner, Devin Larson, Jimbro, Roderick, and Sarah Feingold. Thanks so much, everybody.